Once upon a time, there was a girl who had never been to Atlanta. However, on this occasion, she was headed there for a very special place, a place called DragonCon. The journey was long and arduous, so they had to stop to replenish provisions. A trip to Buc-ee's did the trick. Finally, the girl arrived in Atlanta. It was overwhelming. There were buildings and shiny windows, roads and highways as far as the eye could see. It was exciting to the girl. They had to stop for the night, so they rested in a nearby hotel. The next morning, after being granted passage, the girl and her party waited to get into the dealer's room, a place of many wonders. She continued on her journey, scooting and using lifts. Along the way, there was a very fancy car. She was impressed by this. After the dealer's room, the group proceeded to a photo shoot. There were many people and beasts alike, dressed in their finest garbs and armor. However, the group was getting hungry, so they had to stop for some lunch. They enjoyed sushi and noodles, drinks and appetizers, and even dessert. It was exactly what they needed to continue their journey. Now that the group was no longer hungry, they proceeded to the heart of DragonCon, a place where beings, creatures, beasts, and machines converged. There was so much to see. The girl was in awe at the many different sights. She even saw a living game. She wanted to play and have a turn, but the game was very popular, so she wasn't able to. She did see some Pokemon trainers as well, which passed by along the way. After that, they saw SpongeBob and all the creatures from under the sea having a dance party. Then that was followed by the longest line of Mrs. Ropers that you have ever seen. Red curly hair after red curly hair, moo-moo after moo-moo. It didn't end. There were so many, there must have been hundreds. The girl waited and waited for the line to finish. She waited and waited some more. It had been almost a minute, and the line of Mrs. Ropers was not even started. The girl wondered to herself how long it would be before she would be able to continue on her journey. Then she remembered that she had the power of time control, so she just sped up the line. Ah, that was better. Now it wouldn't take so long for this Mrs. Roper Longa line to go by, the girl thought. However, she was wrong. Even with the speeding up of time, the Mrs. Roper conga line kept going and going and going. The girl was starting to grow sleepy and tired from waiting. It was too long. But just before she fell asleep, the Mrs. Roper line finally came to an end. Finally, the friends were able to continue on their journey. They saw Gandalf, as well as BB-8 and Rey. It was nice to have a Jedi presence in the area. The feelings were there too. The girl didn't know how to feel about that. Next came another line, this time of Deadpools. Oh no! The girl enjoyed this line a little bit more. There were different kinds of Deadpools, and they were very lively and entertaining too. One even danced. The line of Deadpools continued on and on. It didn't look as long as the Mrs. Roper line. And there was a Deadpool Pikachu. Who wouldn't love that? It was fascinating to see all the different variations of Deadpool throughout times and ages, costumes, and costume changes. The girl had an enjoyable time. and almost got caught. Luckily, she managed to avoid the bug catcher Deadpool. For a moment, things didn't progress as smoothly as they should have, but the line got started again soon after, and she got to enjoy seeing the last of the Deadpools coming to an end. The girl was very glad that she didn't have to speed time up again, and soon the group was on their way. They saw a living painting, as well as a talking cheetah. And although the group had much more to see, they decided to stop and have a little bit of a dance party because the music was making them move. It was silly, but the group enjoyed themselves having a little bit of fun in between all the chaos of everyone in the area. It was a good thing they warmed up, because next was the actual dance party. Everybody came together and danced the night away, having fun, talking, laughing, playing around, and enjoying themselves. And with that to end the night, the girl enjoyed her time in Atlanta and her experience at Dragon Con. The end.